Hello everybody and welcome here at Beck's Airfield. I'm happy to know that you still are faithful to MAKILA, your favorite aviation magazine. See you in a few seconds, just the time for a summary. This is Céline Darioli, and aviation is one of her main hobbies. Having been a private pilot for many years, she has logged about 2,000 flight hours. Her passion is made available to many others, and we were lucky enough to follow her for 2 days. Here at Beck's, but at Sion too. I won't tell you more, let the pictures speak for themselves. Hello, it's Céline from Flying Devil. Hello, are you well? I'm calling you because we will start the activities at Beck's in 1 hour, and I have the FLI. With the FLI, so you have 4214. What is Geneva's QNH 1016 at the moment, and the Hongring zone is active at the moment. Perfect, thanks a lot, speak to you later.
La mission du jour est le largage de parachutistes.
Today's mission is skydivers dropping. It's Wednesday today, and like every Wednesday there is activity at Beck's. My mission consists of taking skydivers to 4,000 meters above ground, as often as they want, until sunset. Well, I will now check the fuel. I discovered this aircraft when I passed my flying license. I was given a book about Fernand Martignoni and Hermann Geiger. My dream was born when I read the stories about both pioneers. I wanted to fly the Porter one day. The Porter arrived in the Valais in the 60s, equipped with a piston engine first, when she began doing mountain rescue. That's why she became so mythic. Then she was often used for dropping off goods because she is equipped with a hatch. She was used to drop hay for the mountain animals, and also materials for building the first mountain huts in unreachable places. That's how she appeared in the Valais. The Porter is my beloved aircraft because of her simplicity. Give a pencil to a child without any compass and tell him to draw a plane. They will draw a Porter. She is very rectangular and has very straight lines. She is magnificent. I find her aesthetically beautiful. We call her a STOL plane, S-T-O-L, that means short takeoff and landing aircraft. Hence she takes off shortly, she lands shortly. 5 exits, okay. She weighs approximately 1,400 kilos. Her maximum takeoff weight is 2,800 kilos, so the computation is very easy. She can transport her own weight in fuel, passengers or in goods. This makes her very interesting. A dropping flight consists of 5 stages. I take off with 10 skydivers on board, but I am busy doing my job. We take off.
Donc il n'existe pas, je fais mon truc. On décolle. Ensuite, on passe environ 15.
Then we spend about 15 minutes climbing together. My goal is to combine performance and climbing as fast as possible with the beauty of the landscape. We are in a wonderful place at Bex, with the Dents du Midi, the Dent de Morclaise, mountains everywhere. We can see the Mont Blanc very well too.
Pendant les missions de largage,
There are several things I look at during the dropping mission. I have to manage the aircraft, the turbo shaft. Safety primarily consists of watching outside to coordinate the flight with Geneva and with the ground to ensure the airspace is free, especially when the skydivers leave the aircraft.
surtout au moment du largage, au moment où les paras sortent.
The fourth moment is the descent. That's my moment when I'm alone on board with the door open. I dive very quickly and I'm back on the ground in just 3 or 4 minutes.
À chaque rotation,
There are positive and negative height differences of 4,000 meters for every flight, and experience a lot of height differences on busy days, when we can have up to 20 flights. So there can be some tiredness, but I'm used to this and I'm well trained.
l'entraînement,
I'm not more tired after such a day than after a normal work day.
D'un point de vue
From a strength point of view, there is no problem for a woman to fly the Porter, contrary to popular belief.
c'est un avion avec un crank.
She has classic landing gear with a tail wheel, so you have to have some experience with tail wheel aircraft to fly the Porter.
Avions qui ont une roulette de queue.
She is mostly very gentle, but she can be very nasty if you are outside normal parameters, for example with crosswind, and it can happen very quickly, so you have to be aware of her a little bit, even if she is fantastic.
Il faut s'en méfier un petit peu, même qu'il est fantastique. Chaque vol est
Every flight is identical, but very different. I love to live the present moment when I fly. I don't think about yesterday, nor about tomorrow. I'm very focused. It's almost a therapy to fly.
et c'est presque thérapeutique.
I arrive at 8:15 in the morning, and then it's suddenly 8 o'clock in the evening. The day is over. I don't see the time passing, and I love this, really.
Why do birds suddenly appear every time?
Alors aujourd'hui, nous
Today we are at Sion Airport at the Gliding Club, and I'm the towing pilot.
Morgueur.
They long to be
She is ready.
close to
Le matin, j'arrive vers 10 h.
I arrive at about 10 o'clock in the morning for the briefing. Everybody gathers in the theory room. We review the forecast for the day, as well as airports and zone restrictions. We then dispatch the gliders.
Planeur se fait également à ce moment-là. À tout à
See
l'heure.
you later.
Relativement rapidement après avoir obtenu ma licence de pilote privé, je me suis
I became interested in glider towing soon after I passed my pilot license. It was a logical move to tow gliders with my private pilot license.
Un pilote peut faire des vols, des voyages.
A pilot can travel, fly in the Alps, but can also do aerobatics, landings on glaciers, skydivers dropping. There are many things we can do with a pilot's license, and I have been interested in towing from the beginning.
Depuis le début. C'est intéressant parce que
It's interesting because you are given a mission as a pilot for the first time. You are given a towing order and you feel useful. It's a very nice feeling.
quelque part. Et ça, c'est vraiment chouette comme sentiment. Alors, le remorquage est un excellent.
Towing is very good pilot training because you have to be fast, efficient and accurate, exactly as it is for dropping skydivers. You have to hold a relatively slow speed and look for thermals to climb as high as possible, as quickly as possible.
Et on enchaîne en haut, en bas.
We fly up and down all the day. It allows pilots to gain flight hours, which is very good experience.
C'est très intéressant comme expérience. Le principal danger dans un vol de remorquage,
The main danger during a tow flight is the other gliders which already are in the air. You have to know that we take gliders to the same place. There are 3, 4, 5 of them, more or less in the same zone, and you really have to keep your eyes open. There are paragliders in the same zone as well, hence the main danger is other aircraft.
même zone, donc je dirais que le danger principal, c'est les autres aéronefs. Le vol à voile, contrairement au vol à moteur, est
Contrary to flying a plane, gliding is a discipline where mutual help is mandatory. A glider pilot cannot pull their machine out the hangar alone. They cannot take off alone. They need help. So there is mutual help and cooperation between towing and gliders pilots. Let's watch some unpublished pictures from our archives now. It's about a mythical helicopter. On the infamous Alouette II that will celebrate the 70th anniversary of its first flight on the 12th of March 2025. Some 30 Alouettes were used by the Swiss Army from 1958 to 1992. Later, some of these machines were sold to individuals, and this is how some enthusiasts exploited Alouette II helicopters until the 2000s in the Valar. The following pictures were shot in 2001 at the Swiss Helicopter Championships at Bex. It's now the right time to bring them up to date with a musical tribute. Memories of vintage Swiss military aircraft are wide and varied. For proof, this is the de Havilland Venom, enthroning for many years here at Bex Airfield. Today we focus on another legendary machine, the infamous Hawker Hunter. In service with the Swiss Air Force from 1958 to 1994, she widely contributed to our defenses during the Cold War. Some of these retired Hunters were later bought by charities who used them for displays and passenger flights. The very last Swiss civilian Hunter was withdrawn from service recently, the Papyrus the Hunter with its recognizable white livery. We couldn't miss a tribute to this machine that has fascinated several generations of aviation enthusiasts. These pictures were videoed at several places in 2001.
C'est que celui qui est là, surgissement de virage, hein? Ouais. D'accord? Ouais.
Tu vois, si on veut l'avoir comme ça, le limiteur, en gros. Bah à la limite, t'en fais un plus loin. Dans ce secteur ici.
Ici, ouais. Je vais tourner ici.
Ouais.
Hein, je fais un demi-tour là.
Ouais.
Quand on démarre, vous allez assez loin. Hein. Il n'y a que Jean-Jean qui reste un petit peu dans les parages et tu te gaffes. Hein.
Ouais, ok, ça roule.
Et puis passer sur le dos. Donc il va faire 2 passages sur le dos.
dois faire maintenant le commentaire.
That's all for today. We look forward to seeing you next time. In the meantime, fly safe. See you soon. Bye.
Et à bientôt.